It's really interesting visiting with all of you over time, because different processes that we offer to you work differently with some of you than with others. We have encouraged for a long time a sort of rampage of appreciation, or a book of positive aspects, just getting on some subject that is easy and holding yourself there. But if you are wanting to change a vibration about a subject, there is no better process than what we call the focus wheel. And the focus wheel, you draw a circle, and in the center of it a big circle, and in that center circle you write what it is you intend to accomplish, but you write it in the verbiage as if it is already done. So Esther writes, I am, or it is. In other words, she writes it in this very affirmative way. And then she reaches for thoughts that don't contradict what she has written, and begins writing those thoughts in little blurbs around that center circle. And usually, by the time she has written 3 or 4 things that she already believes about that, then momentum gets going. And then she's writing more and more. She's on to her 2nd page and her 3rd page, because you just have to prime the pump a little bit. And the way you prime the pump is by not challenging it early on. So you just find something that matters to you, and then you shore it up with things you already believe, and then focus there long enough that you become the receiver of more things that are not active beliefs. They're new thoughts, new impulses. It's very fun. Want to do it?
Sure.
So, take some subject that you are wanting to improve your point of attraction on. Any subject.
Relationships.
A specific relationship, like a significant relationship, a relationship with everybody, anybody, somebody.
Relationships that nurture where I'm at, whether it be a significant other or friendships or whatever that is.
All right, so we're just going to poke around a little bit. So you're living some life, and this is something that you want to shore up your vibration about. So what does a good feeling relationship feel like? I love relationships because what? Because what?
Because they help me grow.
Well, that's like saying I love relationships because they'll take me someplace I'm not. And now you've just emphasized where you're not. Get that? So we need to find a more substantial center place to start from. I like the thrill of good relationships. How's that? I like the feeling of good relationships. I like good relationships. We're refining. I like relationships. I like relating. I like relating. I like other people. I like interaction. I like co-creation. Co-creation is wonderful. How's that? Co-creation is wonderful. Isn't that a good statement? And doesn't it go largely unchallenged as you write it? Co-creation is wonderful. So now, what are some statements that say that mean that? Co-creation is wonderful. Co-creation is fun. Co-creation is intriguing. Co-creation is interesting. People are a kick in the pants. People are everywhere. People are abundant. There's so much fun to be had. There is so much clarity to discover. There is so much fun in the harmony of co-creating with others. So that's a pretty good run right away, because the center of it was not far out of alignment with what you already know. I'm glad I share this planet with other people. I like the diversity that we are. I like the ideas that are born out of our differences. I like that we all get to choose. I like that Source backs us all up. I like the variety that we are, which gives us our strength. I like the future that is becoming because of what we're living now. I like the energy that is flowing as we mix it up with each other. I like the evolution of all that we are. I like the changes in this world. I like the resources that we provide for one another. I'm so appreciative of all those who have come before. I like knowing that I have relationship that all that has been before. I like feeling my part in what will come next. I like my important part in this process of becoming. I like being focused in this time-space reality. I like all of the resources that are flowing to me and through me. I like this feeling of creating. I like the expanding that is me. I like the new ideas that are born within me. I love being in the receptive mode with others who are in the receptive mode. I love the way we play off of one another. I love coming into alignment with my inner being while I'm interacting with others who are in alignment with their inner being. And I like the dance we do. I like the dance that we are doing on this planet. I like the expansion that we all are. I like the eternal nature of our being. I feel so satisfied in my part in this. I revel in each and every relationship that I encounter. I take something valuable and give something valuable to each of them. I'm so happy that we are all in this together. I can feel the power of the whole and the precision of the individual. I know my important part that I play in the whole of all of this. I'm so appreciative of the important part that others play in this. I revel in that which we are all about. I take this as my reason for being. I love being the creator of my own reality. I love interacting with other creators of their own reality. I love co-creating with them. I love the mix that we all are, the perfect mix that we all are. I love the expansion of my being. I'm so glad that I chose this time-space reality in which to focus. I love this moment in time. I like where I am right now. I like what I'm doing right now. I like those I'm interacting with right now. I revel in appreciation of all that is. I'm tuned in, tapped in, turned on. I can feel that I'm a focal point for Source. I can feel the pointed nature of Source, reveling in all that is here. I can feel Source seeing through my eyes and hearing through my ears and smelling through my nose and feeling through my skin and tasting through my tongue. I can feel the importance of this moment in time and where we all are. I'm so appreciative of everyone else that's here with me because they enhance everything that I'm about. In other words, we can't stop this. If you had enough time, we could talk endlessly about this. The richness of this world that you are all in. Relationships. Relationships. It's what it all is. Relationships with one another. Launching rockets of desire. Relationships with the Source within you. Relativity. It's all about relativity. Vibrational, emotional relativity. Reading it, feeling it, knowing it, guiding it, being it, molding it. Creating. Yeah. Tell me more.
Thank you.
Really good. And are you refreshed? Good. Now what?
Hello, Abraham. So I had 1,000,001 questions when I signed up for this workshop. And as this gathering is unfolding, I've been thinking about a couple of questions I want to ask you. So the first one is, I know how you say when you're sleeping, or I've heard you say before, when you're sleeping, you're dead, dead, dead. You're done, dead. Or at least in the past you said that. Maybe you have changed your mind about how that is. But I'm wondering, wait, hold on, I'm getting it. I'm wondering what happens to Esther when you channel through her. Is it like she's sleeping, or what happens to her consciousness?
We want to answer the first part of your question first. When you are sleeping, you withdraw your attention from this time-space reality. You continue to exist here, of course. You've not removed yourself. You've not made your transition. But your thoughts are not active, and therefore your point of attraction is not active in the way that it is when you are awake. Which means that the momentum of your thoughts subsides substantially. And when that happens, just like in meditation, your vibration is then allowed to raise. As your vibration raises while you are asleep, there is a blending with who you really are. That's a sort of resourcing. It's a rejuvenation. It's when the cells of your body have their greatest opportunity for rejuvenation. All of you has your greatest opportunity for rejuvenation. Now, it doesn't mean that when you wake up that your vibration will stay right there, because you've got to practice thought. And so when you wake up in the morning, that really is an opportunity for you to first feel the difference between the vibration of your source and the vibrational place that you are accustomed to hanging around in. So you are far from dead. There is no dead anyway. It's just that your vibration has subsided enough that you then have an opportunity, if you want to set your thoughts in a more personally by you chosen or definitive direction. When Esther is translating for us, she is not asleep. She is not dead. She has not reemerged into non-physical. In fact, she heard so many people talking about this before she was beginning, or when she was beginning. She used to say to us, Abraham, why are they lying? Because my experience is different from their experience. And we said to Esther that every experience like this is unique unto itself. But what is happening with Esther is she has managed through meditation and through focus willing and through practice of thought to be most often in the vicinity of where we are. So when she gathers with those like you who have specific things that you want to know, you also come with a level of expectation about what's going to take place here to a certain degree. As you begin calling Abraham forth, it's a very easy platform for Esther to relax and release whatever vibration she has going on, to raise to the frequency of that which is Abraham. And then at that unconscious level, she begins to receive that transmission that we are projecting. She's in the receiving mode. That's the best way of explaining it. Now, while she's in the receiving mode, she's also still in the hearing mode, but she has learned right from the beginning to spend no time focusing upon what she's hearing because it blocks the flow. Okay. One of the things that we would like all of you to realize, because many of you are receiving or can or want to, is that the question is a different frequency than the answer. And so if you have a question that you're wanting to ask and you are sitting with the intention of receiving it, very often you block your actual reception of the answer because you are so active in your vibration of the question. And so that's the advantage that Esther has in a situation like this, where she comes not asking anything of her own. What she says to us as she stands in readiness for us is, I am willing to receive clearly your message. I want to be an accurate translator of whatever it is that you are meaning for them to hear. And so that's what's taking place. Sometimes, if someone is very abrupt about something, or if someone reaches out and wants to touch Esther, or if someone is talking about something that is extremely sensitive to Esther, it can evoke from her some recognition of it in some way, which causes hindrance to her reception. It's a very rare thing when that happens, but it's one of the reasons that she sort of stays apart from you, not because she doesn't love you, not because she's wanting to be aloof in that sense, but because she is wanting to maintain, as best she can, a sort of neutral vibration, because it makes her easier to tap into the frequency that is Abraham. Esther does not walk around all day long in the vibration of Abraham, because she is not here to be only an expresser of Abraham. Esther has her own thoughts. She likes to be in the receiving mode. She likes to have questions of her own. She likes life to unfold for her. She doesn't want us answering all of her questions in the moment that they are asked, and she is not a puppet on the string. She is, in this moment, a vortex through which she is translating vibration from Abraham as you are requesting it. That's all.
It's kind of like her job, huh?
It's like her passion.
Her passion, and she can have work-life play, I guess. So the other question I have is, so another thing that you said, which makes me want to correlate to this question, is that, I'm paraphrasing this, but that we could grow our limbs back if we believed we could.
There isn't anything, if you desire it, no matter what it is, and you're able to find a consistent thought with it that doesn't oppose it, it will become a reality, no exceptions.
So if I wanted to change my brown eyes to green, if I really put my
no
focus
exceptions.
On... Cool.
What is it about no exceptions that needs clarification?
Just confirming, it's the affirming thing that we talk about.
But the reason that often when we say that you say, well, what about this, and what about this, and what about this, and what about this, is because you have beliefs that are contrary to that. And those beliefs will keep you from having the change.